As you just heard, Mark Daignault at the helm for the Thunder. Head coach for the Hornets is Steve Clifford, who announced last week on Wednesday that he will not be returning as head coach next season, likely moving over to an advisory role for the Hornets. Welcome in Royce Young now, and Royce, as we get set for tip-off, what are your thoughts about the matchup tonight?
Yeah, the Thunder.
To your point, before the game, Steve Clifford, the longtime NBA coach, said the dynamic that the Thunder has with Shea and J-Dub as Richards hits that second free throw and Chet is you can kind of have at least one or two of those guys out on the floor at all times, and with so many other playmakers, it's really hard to deal with them. Well, the Thunder's learning how to play without two of those guys right now. Lindy Waters misses a three out on the left-hand side, and Charlotte will come away with it. And these are valuable lessons for the Thunder to deal with having some guys out of the lineup, because playoff teams are going to try to take your frontline guys away. Back cut by Bertans, tried for an interior pass to Richards. Lindy Waters sniffed that one out. Waters, such a fascinating story, and he's got a fascinating story this week as well. That game that he played in Philadelphia, when he landed just a couple hours before that game started. A steal now on the wing by Wiggins. Run out for Waters. He's got it, pushes it off the backboard and in. So Waters got flown out that morning. He was with the G League team with the OKC Blue trying to help them in the playoffs. Thunder needed an extra body, and he got up to Philadelphia and just showed straight up at the arena from the airport. Now Jay Will checking in for Kenrich. So OKC going with a more traditional big here at that center spot. And that's really the optionality that this Thunder team has to change how it plays based on who's at the five.
Absolutely, and the Thunder.
Chet asking for a screen out top. Decides instead to flip it over to Giddey, and he's going to set a screen on man. Giddey, who's got a double-double, his 9th of the year, kicks it to Kaysen in the corner. Josh gets it back on the right side and misses that three. You see that, you'll notice that the Thunder kind of drives, kicks, and then replaces the man on the perimeter.
Yeah, that was a really good. It was a really good play and a good look there for Josh.
Giddey now in post defense against Grant Williams. Grant's tried to post him up a few times. Dort in perfect position on the help side to make a steal. Turnover number 12 for Charlotte. Chet down low, posting up Trey Mann, and gets fouled on the hook shot. We've reached the fourth quarter here in Charlotte. OKC led the first quarter by 2, went up big in that second quarter, built a 10-point lead at half, but Charlotte stormed back with a +9 in the third. And the Thunder getting a back cut to Kaysen Wallace, a beautiful find from Josh Giddey. Giddey up to 16, 11, and 7 in this one.
A play draw.
Man goes around a screen by Bertans. Isolation for Brandon Miller against Lindy Waters. Waters right there in his grill, nowhere to go for the highly touted prospect. Now a foul out top by Kenrich, and that's the Thunder's first team foul with 9:40 to go. This is all setting up for potentially a really dramatic finish here on this Sunday evening in Charlotte. The road trip began with a Sunday night game on Easter Sunday at Madison Square Garden. That was a barn burner, too.
Yep.
Game won by Gilgeous-Alexander on a jumper in the left corner. That go-ahead bucket with 1.8 seconds left in that game. Miller comes around the screen way short on that three. And Brandon Miller now just 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 7 from behind the arc in this game. Great defense by OKC against him specifically. Poku, that one hits the back iron. It was a tough look. Josh Giddey comes flying in for the offensive board, finds Wiggins, and Wiggins cashes the three. Rack him up, Aaron Wiggins, and a season high 24 for Wiggins. Trey Mann's got it in the middle of the floor, flips to Micic. A switch out top, Wiggins guarding Micic. Micic decelerates, throws it right to Isaiah Joe, who peeled back to the corner to make the steal. Now Giddey with a head of steam, finds Joe, a catch and shoot look out top. That one's good! Rack him up, Isaiah Joe, and the Thunder leads 115, 113, 127 to go. Giddey has 7 of his season-high 13 assists tonight in the fourth quarter alone. And Wiggins, for what he's done on the offensive end, 26 points. He also has a career-high 6 steals on the night. It's Giddey, Joe, Wiggins, Dort, and Holmgren on the floor for OKC. Giddey gets it inbounds to Chet. Chet being pressured out top by Grant Williams. A lot of hand checks out there. A kick to Joe on the screen out top. Isaiah Joe, rack him up for 3. A massive shot for Joe out top, and he gives the Thunder some cushion, 118 to 115.
And how about that set that the Thunder run? It's an inverted pick and roll with Isaiah Joe picking and popping for Chet Holmgren, and Chet delivers it perfectly on time.
the versatility of Holmgren there to be able to make that play for his team. Double team out top on Micic. He had to fling it into the corner. Now trying to get some screening action. A foul away from the ball on OKC, but just the fourth team foul on the Thunder. So OKC is going to be able to live with that one here in this moment. But that shot by Joe, a tremendous boost to this team to give the Thunder a little bit of space.
Little offense-defense sub here. Kenrich Williams coming in for Isaiah Joe. 14 on the shot clock. We'll see if the Hornets, like you pointed out, Nick, if they're going to try to get a 2-for-1 up, or we'll see if the Thunder can draw it out and maybe prevent them from one.
Miller inbounds it to Bridges. Bridges over to Micic. Micic has been orchestrating Bridges for three on the left wing. That's short. Giddey can't come up with it. Mann's got the offensive rebound. Micic sidesteps, probing, attacking. Looks to kick out. Bridges has it. 7 on the shot clock. He pulls up over Giddey. That three way off, and Josh Giddey comes up with the board. His 13th rebound of the game, and he gets fouled in the backcourt. The defensive stop the Thunder had been looking for all fourth quarter, and they get it here when they need it the most.
What a big sequence.
One dribble, puts it up, and puts it in.
All net.
A massive free throw by OKC. Miller's got it in the open floor now. He attacks, hoists up a three. It's no good at the buzzer, and the Thunder escapes Charlotte with a win. Sprints through the finish line of this long, challenging road trip, a 5-game road swing, and comes away with a 121-118 victory. A much-needed win for the Thunder just to be feeling good heading back to OKC. And the Thunder, of course, not necessarily focused on every result night in and night out, but you like to see these guys rewarded for how they've grinded through this tough road swing.